The most advanced Coast Guard vessel China had ever deployed to the South China Sea was paralyzed. It couldn't advance, it couldn't retreat, it couldn't even turn. And every second it sat there, the world was watching it live. One Filipino commander had done what no military force had managed to do. He didn't fire a single shot. When the formation locked into place, everything changed. China's commander ran through his options: advance and confirmed the violation on camera, retreat and confirmed the defeat on camera, stay and confirmed the paralysis on camera. Every option was a loss. The Filipino commander hadn't just blocked a ship, he had removed every choice. This wasn't a standoff, it was a trap, and China had sailed straight into it. There is a stretch of water the world watches more than any other: the South China Sea. Not for its beauty, but for what happens there over and over again. For years, one pattern repeated itself. China pushes forward, the Philippines resists, the world watches, and nothing really changes. Until this moment. Because this time, something was different. China didn't send just any vessel. They sent the Haijing 5901, one of the largest Coast Guard ships ever built. Massive, intimidating, designed to dominate without firing a shot. It had worked before. Smaller vessels turned away, missions were stopped, crews backed down. That was the pattern. And Captain Wei had played that game many times. He saw the Filipino vessel approaching, small, steady, predictable. Or so he thought. What he didn't know was that this wasn't a routine intercept. This was something prepared. The Filipino commander wasn't chosen for experience, he was chosen for how he thinks. For 3 months, he studied everything. Every confrontation, every maneuver, every mistake. He didn't just watch what China did, he learned why it worked. Then, he built something different, something China had never faced before. And he added one more layer: cameras. Multiple angles, multiple feeds, streaming live. By the time both vessels were in view, thousands were already watching. By the time they closed distance, that number had exploded. This was no longer just a maritime encounter, it had become a global event. Then came the order. Not to slow down, not to evade, not to hold position. He ordered them forward, straight toward the Chinese vessel. His crew hesitated for a fraction of a second, then they executed. Captain Wei saw the movement. He assumed it was desperation. He adjusted course to intercept, standard procedure. But something was off. The approach wasn't random, it was precise, calculated. And slowly, without drawing attention, the Filipino vessel moved into position. By the time he realized what was happening, it was already too late. What the Filipino commander created wasn't a blockade, it was geometry. A position so precise that movement itself became a risk. If China advanced, they would initiate contact on camera. If they turned, they would violate maritime rules on camera. If they pushed through, they would expose intent on camera. If they reversed, they would admit defeat on camera. Every direction was a loss. He didn't stop the ship, he made movement impossible. And then the cameras did the rest. The world watched, a massive vessel sitting still, not damaged, not attacked, just unable to move, because one smaller ship was exactly where it needed to be. On the Filipino vessel, no one spoke, no one broke formation. They understood that the entire plan depended on precision. One mistake would change everything. Minutes passed, then more. The number of viewers kept rising. News outlets joined the broadcast. Experts began explaining what they were seeing in real time, a situation no one had ever seen before. A ship built to dominate, completely neutralized without force. 14 minutes. That was how long it lasted. 14 minutes of silence. 14 minutes of pressure. 14 minutes where one of the most powerful vessels in the region had no move to make. Then Captain Wei made his decision. He didn't move forward, he didn't turn, he reversed. Slowly, carefully, in a way that could not be taken back. And just like that, the standoff ended. The Filipino vessel continued its mission, unchallenged, unstopped. The footage spread quickly. Millions watched it, analyzed it, replayed it. Not because of the size of the ship, not because of the politics, but because of what it proved. That power isn't always about size. Sometimes it's about positioning, timing, understanding the rules better than the person trying to use them against you. And in strategy rooms around the world, one question kept coming up. Why hadn't anyone done this before? The answer was simple. Most people try to win with force. He won with thought. The commander never explained what he had done. He never went public. He never took credit. He simply returned to his duties. But the footage remained. And in those 14 minutes was a lesson no amount of power could erase. The ocean does not belong to the biggest ship on it. It belongs to the one who understands it best. And on that day, there was no question who that was.